All right. Well, for some reason, my last live stopped. So, all right, let's start this one again. All right. We're back at it again here in Franklin for part two of the Wisconsin Dash. Just got through delivering a Culver's order just down the street here, $4.50. Um, it looks as though that Roy is back live again, so we're going to put him on.
One order.
Okay.
I get an extra
And then
$5.
we're going to... Okay, make sure he's loud enough so you can hear him. All right, let's go.
He's sitting here waiting for them to bring out the order. Isn't it exciting?
All right, let's go. Got 2 milestones to hit today. 300 for me, 3,000 watch hours for Roy. Let's go.
Drop it off together. Oh, that looks perfect to me. That's so cool. I looked at my incentive, but don't have that one. Well, what is cool about this incentive particularly is that it's from this Walmart that I always go to. So that's the best part. I already get orders here all the time.
See if I can get that up a little bit better.
Like they're giving me orders.
That's better than what it is. So let's try it. Here we go, guys.
Usually what we get out here is the multi-trip incentive where you got to do like 5 or 7 orders. Yeah, but this incentive, it's every order I get until 8:15. After 8:15, it's over. So it's only 2 hours. So
all right, welcome into those. We got, I'm on right now, and then we got Roy,
well, yeah,
Simulcast.
Accept the order before 8:15, and then you get an extra $5.
Somebody stuck here on the side of the road.
Now, come on, Walmart. I don't think this order's that big. Guess I'll have a drink of water. I got a big old water jug here for emergencies, like when I need water.
All right, hello there, everybody. Welcome in. We got a couple of milestones to hit today on this Wisconsin Dash here in Franklin.
I have a
I'm going for 300 subscribers, and Roy here, who's simulcast with me, he's going for 3,000 watch hours. Hopefully we get it to him in a couple of days. He just did a his monetization report, and he's only like 41 away from hitting it. So I'm just going to go in here so I can fix something up here. Yep, so
about what store I get. That's why this incentive was perfect for me.
yeah, somebody wants to turn here just like me, and I guess it's too hard for people to turn in here.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, this guy wants to turn. I want to turn so that I can try to make an adjustment on my camera here, because there's something real weird about the way the angle is at the moment. So we just delivered a $4.50 order just down the street there a little bit. Took me a little bit extra time to get to it because there was some construction down there. All right, let me just pull in here real quick while we're waiting and see if I can adjust this camera a little bit, because it's... All right, let's see here.
Why not just walk in and grab it?
Okay.
Because I'm a Stark delivery driver. This is the rule.
All right, let's see here.
Very, welcome in.
All right, let's see.
More cowbell, yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get this
Got
to work a little
incentive.
better.
Yes, I did.
All right. Well, it looks like that's the best I'm going to be able to get it. So
yeah, I probably would. I can go inside and do shop and delivers, but this is a curbside.
yeah, I could use the shop and deliver right now myself. Oh, there we go. That looks pretty good. Okay, as long as it holds up there, it looks good. Okay.
Ooh. Yep.
All right. Yeah, that's about as best as I'm going to get it. All right. 10 times in a circle.
$25 of incentive.
Well, Garrett,
$30 of incentive.
you know, speaking of your name, Garrett, I delivered to Garrett on my last live before it
I think I still
had a little issue with it. I started going in circles and I had to restart it, so I'm doing it again here. But 10 times in a circle. Well, there's a place that I could do that, but while I'm dashing, that's not really the greatest of ideas. So, but anyway, the one that we have that's simulcast right now, that's at Just Roy Delivery. I would like for everyone who visits my stream today to please visit his channel at Just Roy Delivery. He is going for 3,000 watch hours. He only needs 41 more watch hours, guys. So let's help him get there if we can today. I would like for him to be able to apply tomorrow instead of waiting until the 1st to apply, because I want him to start May off with a bang. So that's what Big 3 Dashing, that's what this channel's all about, promoting other channels. That's what I do. And don't care what anyone says, it's what I do, because this channel is to put smile on people's faces, just like Roy's channel is. We're both in the same position to put smiles on people's faces, especially those that don't feel the great. Hello, Cassandra, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Cassandra, if you can do me a favor, watch some of Roy's Roy's lives, or his some of his videos. He's only 41 watch hours away from reaching his 3,000. I'd like to see him get it today if possible. So, all right. We're in Franklin right now. We're not doing the greatest. We're just barely over $40 right now. So I just got to wait for this person to park so I can get out, because I don't want to hit him in the back while we're getting out. So I just had to try to adjust my camera a little bit better than what it is. I mean, this thing's it's kind of weird. And I think what I might have to do is just get some kind of thing to put it on to where I can use some kind of glue or something to try to get it to work. Because it's not... I mean, it was $4 when I bought it, and I guess if you buy cheap, you get cheap. I guess that's how it works. But anyway, I'll still continue to work on it while I'm waiting for orders. But I have Just Roy Delivery on right now on Simulcast, so let's try to help him get his watch hours today. So let's hope we can get it done.
It'll have on there a little thing that says if it's an incentive or not.
So, all right, we'll just go over here in a spot that I usually wait at, and see if we can get an order from there. It is just barely after 11 o'clock, so we're going until 1:30, and then we will have 3 hours tonight, and that will be their 10 hours, and we'll see what they're doing right now. They got a long way to go to get 170. They're only at $40 right now. The question is, are they going to be able to catch Rutgers at 101? I don't know. This is Tuesday after all, so things can happen on a Tuesday. So, Tuesdays, they're up and down. Usually I do pretty good here on Tuesdays. I usually do. I usually do better here on Tuesdays than I do in Shelbyville, which is one of the reasons why I picked this place to dash in. Plus, Franklin is a part of the big 3 cities, so just like it was with the last ones, but it's Shelbyville and Greenfield instead of Edinburgh and Columbus. So yeah, you're on both streams. All right, thank you, Cassandra. Appreciate that. Very much appreciate that. Yeah, whatever we can do, tell your friends, whatever it is that we can do, we can get Roy to his. So when Monetization Man gives his report tomorrow, I want to hear him say 3,000. And then Roy can immediately apply tomorrow. And then when he applies, we'll get his answer on Thursday, and we can start the month off with a bang, and he can get ready to get partially monetized. It's what it's all about today, guys. That's what it's all about today. I mean, we're still trying to get orders here. I mean, it is a little early after 11 o'clock, so we'll just see what happens. But I'm really, at this point, more interested in seeing Roy get his monetization. And the reason is because he's gone, with the exception of a couple of days, he's basically gone like over 130 days in a row with maybe a couple of days off of constant streaming to try to get his watch hours back, because he tried to apply like 2 or 3 times, got denied 2 or 3 times for various reasons such as copyright music. But since he started over, he's tried to keep the channel clean. He's done a very good job of it, and I want to see him get that today. I just want to see him get it today. I want him to apply tomorrow because he's worked so hard. And all right, let's see if I can see oh, we got something here. Hold on. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Am I going back there already? Okay, let's see there. All right, that works. Oh, no, it's Chicago's Pizza, just right where I was. All right, yep, that's where it is. Chicago's Pizza for $6. All right, let's take it.
Walmart's Drive East.
All right.
And turn right.
All right, so we're going to go to Chicago's Pizza. This good Chicago's Pizza up here, not the one in Bargersville. Yeah, I'm glad of that because that's too far away. All right. Let's go to Chicago's Pizza, right where we were. You know, that's the thing about DoorDash. I don't understand that all the time. I mean, I just passed by there, even sat in the parking lot, and I didn't get the ding. But when I leave, oh yeah, for certain, they're going to want to send me over there then when I just left there. And they do that all the time. They do that all the time. And then they complain about on-time rate and stuff like that. Well, I mean, you guys, you could have, I was already there. You could have given it to you while I was sitting right there. No, they didn't want to do that, so. All right, there we go. All right, guys. Okay, yeah, I think that's the best part of the, I think that's the best camera angle I can get right now. Pizza, yep. Pizza time. And who said that? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Pizza time, yep.
3 miles.
That's what it is. All right.
Thank you. Appreciate the sub.
Let's congratulate Roy on getting, he just got a new sub. Congratulations. Hopefully it's one of the people that visited my stream. If you visited my stream and you gave Roy a sub, I appreciate it. I thank you very much. Roy definitely deserves it.
But other than that, the order's not, you know, a difficult order to load onto a cart.
Okay.
So I don't understand why it took so long.
I thought they were going to turn, but I guess they still didn't have the light yet. Okay. But that pizza is calling you. Yep. Yep. Well, I don't mind delivering it. I mean, it's not an upside down order. That's a good thing. Yeah. I mean, it's 4 miles, but it is $6, so we'll take it.
I'll make this an action delivery for you guys so you can go to the house with me.
All right.
And you can see what I see. Just drop it off.
Yeah, that's why I'm delivering here, so you can see what I see.
I'm not sure why I can't.
Okay, I'm going to pull in this area here. So I'm going to have to walk a little bit because Chicago's Pizza is kind of busy. Even for 11 o'clock, usually at noon, it's busier than that. So, yeah, I'm going to have to walk pretty far away here. Looks all right. Yeah, that's quite a ways I'm going to have to park. That's all good, though. I'll just park right next to this green car here. Or teal, or whatever color it is. All right.
Guys, here to deliver some Walmart Sparkling Tea today. This is our second order of the day.
Okay. Let's see. What do I need? Okay, so I have a couple of pizzas. All right, I'll be right back.
Those 2 orders, but we made $10 just on this.
can smell the dessert pizza in here. Okay, they don't have a receipt, of course. So I have to take a picture of everything that's in here. All right. All right. Hit that confirm button, and then let's see here. Okay, I don't know exactly where that is. All right.
Take 5 days to count your hours. So all you can do is kind of guesstimate.
All right. Let's see. With the truck there, it's hard to see backing up.
I think it'll only able to qualify in about a month.
Okay, guys. Here we go. All right. I don't know where this is, so I've never heard of this name, so we'll just see here. I guess guy was waiting for me. So, all right. Which way are we going here?
Drive north, then turn right onto West Jefferson Street.
I think I got an idea where this is.
123 days except for
If I'm turning right, I know exactly. Nope.
Continue for 1.5 miles.
No, it's going over that way. Yep. Yeah, the dessert pizza. Yeah. Oh, I gave that to you a long time ago.
Trying to wake up.
Yeah, I gave you. I gave you that a long time ago, Sandra. I can't remember exactly when. Yeah, I remember giving that to you a while back. You know, I always try to give those that that visit my stream like 3 or 4 times, you know, so that I know that they're for real, and then that way, you know, then I give them wrenches at that point. Yeah, that's what I try to do. So, and when I do my you know, when I do my dual live streams at the fountain starting next month, you know, maybe I can have you as a guest, you know, on that stream, because I'm going to be doing that in May, because May and June, because part of that as well is that once I reach my 300, that's my first goal, and then my ultimate goal to get the 500, to get my 500, I want to make that by the 4th of July. What is 4th of July? It's freedom, you know, and if I hit the 500, you know, because, you know, if I hit the 500 on the Freedom Day, you know, then I have a little bit of freedom of being monetized, you know, and there's some things I can do being partially monetized than I can if I'm not. So anyway, that's a couple of months. So, I mean, I think, you know, we go through May and June and the first part of July. I mean, I think it's possible. I mean, I really do. You know, I mean, if someone like, you know, like Val of Valentine Vegas can get 600 in 2 months, well, I think I should be able to get 200, I would think. Yeah. Yeah. But of course, part of that is the gimmick that she has with her, you know, with her chameleon, I think, a chameleon, I guess that's what it is that she has. Yeah, that's part of what the gimmick is that helps her with that. So, yeah, we don't want that. Move this over just a little bit. Yeah. But I think, you know, what she has, her chameleon, I have the fountain. And I think the fountain is going to be my gimmick. That's one of the reasons why I want to do it. So, okay, here we go. Yeah, this is quite a little ways away here. Never really heard of this street up here. This street here, Jefferson, here in Franklin, it can be quite challenging at times. It really can. And of all of the downtown streets there are between here, you know, Columbus, Edinburgh, and Shelbyville, and even Greenfield for that matter, this is the roughest one. Because there's so much traffic that goes through here, and you got to be really slow. And some people don't like, it's only 25 miles per hour, but there are those, you know, that don't like you driving 25 miles an hour. They want you to drive, you know, 30, 40 miles an hour. Well, you really can't do that here, but there are those that are that impatient that want you to drive that way. and that's not a good idea. So yeah, this of all the downtown areas that I've delivered at, this is the roughest one on Jefferson Street. So that's why I call it the infamous Jefferson Street. What the water fountain is about? Weren't you at the live that one time, the color changing fountain? That's where I did my live with Dashing Womble. Yeah, that's where I did my dual live stream with him at the color changing fountain. I like the idea that it changes colors. It's very soothing. Even Ray Dashing Womble said it was soothing, and it is. It's very soothing. And I've always loved flowing water. Flowing water basically is, it's very soothing and therapeutic. And and that's one of the things I like about doing those types of live streams, because I want it to be like therapeutic. Because these are times right now to where you can be anxious about anything, because everything right now seems to be uncertain. And with uncertainty in the area, you have a tendency to be, anxious and worrisome and all that. And that's why I want to make live streams at the fountain, even some silent live streams, so that all you can do is just, take the time to just go over there, and unwind. Let everything out if you feel you need to. Just let it out at an inanimate object like the fountain that flows, because it will take your pain away. It'll take your pain away, whether it's, especially if it's mental or maybe even physical for that matter. It can have that kind of effect, because mind over matter. That's basically what the fountain is all about, mind over matter. So that's how I look at it. Man, I don't even know where this street is. I have no clue where this street. I've never even heard of it here. And I've delivered it. It's in Shelbyville. It's in right across the fire station in Shelbyville, near the downtown area. So, it's not really in the center of downtown, but it's just on the outskirts of it. And it's right by the library, And when I told one of the people that work at the library, they asked me about, me doing lives there, because I told them that's what I would be doing, and they said, well, would you please, if you do that, could you please, tell where the fountain comes from, just give us some, shout outs or publicity. And I said, yeah, I'll be glad to do that, because I know there are people that drive through and may not know about what Shelbyville is all about. All right, which way am I going? Yeah, that's what I thought.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Lovers Lane.
Okay, this part of Franklin is not the greatest. It's very, there's some motels over here, and it looks like a very sketchy area. If to put it mildly. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
In a half mile, turn right onto Lovers Lane.
Yeah, I don't know why they do. The street is actually two names. It's Lovers Lane or it's Umbarger Lane. And I would say between, you could use both ways, because, if you call it Lovers Lane, I think it's Lovers Lane in the wrong area. Let's just put it that way, because it's a family show. Umbarger Lane, I think, would make more sense. I should get a mini water fountain. I was thinking like $20 so you can use it. Yeah, but does it change colors, though? That's the thing. This one does. Yeah, I know that you can get fountains like that for that. I know it's very soothing, you can have in your bedroom, but this one here, it changes colors. And, I can even turn on, go to one of my other channels and turn the live stream on, just for that. It's not basically to get any watch hours or anything. I just love the sound.
Turn right onto Benjamin Drive.
Oh, so that's where it is. It's in this little sketchy area here.
Turn right onto Benjamin Drive.
Okay. Yeah, this side of town, I do not care for.
In 700 feet, turn left onto Franklin Cove Court.
Yeah, these little motels, they look kind of run down, and not
Turn right onto Polar Place.
Second one with the
okay.
incentive.
Here we go. We care about our kids. Drive slowly. Yep. You gotta drive slow in this area, guys, in case you're too tired to leave the house.
Your destination will be on the right.
Well, if I work long hours at my W-2, yeah, there's days I'm tired to. Okay, so this is what this is called here. Yeah,
Your destination is on the right.
Okay.
Take them out one by one.
But what number are you? That's the question. Let's see what number they are.
It's not hard to get the incentive offers when Walmart sends you the offer.
Okay. Just down the road. Okay, I gotta pull up just a little bit closer
So stupid.
because it's going odds. Yeah, right there. Okay.
Incentives today.
They got
Nobody's
a
around.
bike in front of there. All right, I'll be right back.
They don't send you the orders. I mean. Sometimes they don't even say track.
All right, got that delivered.
See if I
Let's see. Sketchy part of town. Yeah, it is. Well, here not so much, but
can in this area and see if
farther east you go, yeah. Okay, so now I got to turn around in here, so I'm going to go a backer way to where I don't have to go through that sketchy motel area at.
online with Uber Eats.
Because a lot of times you'll see some characters that are, standing at those motels, they're standing out smoking and all that, just, looking creepy to say the least, if you want to put it that way. That's why I don't care for that side of town. I can't see the road. There we go. All right.
All right, you're gonna make me go down to the other place.
Okay. All right, let's get out of here. Whew. All right, guys. Okay, so we're only at $10 here. Not very good, but we'll see here. Let's see. Now I can turn here. I think it would be better to turn here
Really don't feel like
and go straight instead of going through that other part of town. We don't want to do that. We're going to orders that are over here on this side of town. you know, because there's McDonald's here and there's Starbucks over here, but I would rather be on the other side of town than be here, because I just don't like this side of town.
Maybe we'll get
Just
over
don't.
here.
Okay,
It's always possible, right?
so we'll just go down here and we'll get out this way. A lot better. Yeah, they built these, when I first delivered here in Franklin, these homes were not here. They weren't here. It was all, you know, it was all farmland. That's all it was.
Oh, okay, man.
Okay.
I'll check that out.
Okay, fire department access only. We're not going to do that. So,
Just strolling along.
okay, so I kind of have to go that way anyway, but at least I can turn around and go a back way. Now, when you go across the street here, you got the golf course. That's even better. So, all right, so here's the deal, DoorDash. I'm only going to be in this area for like 3 or 4 minutes, so if you're going to send me something, you better send it to me right now, because I don't want to have to drive back here. So if you're going to send it to me now. Send it to me now while I'm here. Because once I turn around, I'm going back the other direction. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way, you know, so in case, you know, that way I don't have to go down the main road. I can take the back way, Upper Shelbyville Road.
Guess we're going to go to this one.
So in case you send me something, I can turn around down there. It'll be a lot easier for me to turn around there than it is on the main road. So if you're going to send me something, do it right now. Right now. Don't make me wait until I'm halfway down the road and then send me back up here. If you're going to send it to me, do it right now. Because otherwise I'm going back to the other side of town where it's a lot better. See, Roy's doing a delivery right now, so that's good for him. I mean, Tuesdays are kind of rough days for Dashers, and usually for him, but if he's had a couple of orders today, and that's great. You know, I want this to be the best Tuesday he's ever had. A, getting the most money he's ever had on a Tuesday, and B, him getting his 3,000 hours today, so that when monetization man does his report, you know, monetization will have that look on his face. I mean, he'll really pause and sit, you know, and just make everybody in anticipation, because I know if he does that, it's gonna, you know, he's hit over 3,000. And that's what today is all about, guys. Helping him get his 3,000 today so he can apply tomorrow. When he applies tomorrow, then he'll wait on Thursday the 1st. He can start May off with a bang. I mean, I want it to be like the first words that Tommy Lee Jones said in Batman Forever. He said it like this: "Let's start this party with a bang." That was the very first words that came out of his mouth in the Batman. Batman Forever, and that was the one with the late Val Kilmer. And I'm sorry, I think Val Kilmer, in my opinion, was the best Batman. I mean, a lot of people would disagree with me, but I think Val Kilmer was the best Batman. I really think he was. And as far as the Riddler was concerned, I don't think they could have picked anybody better than Jim Carrey. I think he was the perfect person for that part. So, yeah. But that's what I want to see. You know, when it comes with Roy, I want him to start May off with a bang. I want him to start May off a new month, you know, new adventures, being partially monetized. And then he goes for his 4,000 fully monetized, and he can do the channel the way he wants to do it without restrictions. It's been long overdue. He's spent, you know, over 3 months redoing his whole entire channel, going live almost every day. And it's long overdue, and it's time. It just is.
Maybe if I tried, I could.
Someone who works that hard and has put his heart and soul, even when he hasn't felt up to it, he still put his heart and soul in it. And I think it's time for YouTube to loosen their restrictions, loosen their strings, and say, okay, you changed your channel. All right, we'll give you a chance. That's all I want to hear them say. We gave you a chance, and we just hope that it works for you. Man, it's starting to get really, the clouds are starting to get a little bit dark here, guys. We are supposed to get some rain here today. I just hope it's not too, I mean, rain like this I can handle, but the real heavy stuff, I don't want to do that. But if for some reason it rains really too hard, we can call a rain delay, and then Wisconsin will have extra, we'll have the delay pick up, they might make that time up, at another time. So, yeah. Hello, Planet X. I thought Americans drove on the left side of the road. No, you do that in Europe, and you do that in Australia. We don't do that here. We drive on the right side of the road. Yeah. Yeah, but in England you drive on the left side of the road, and in Australia you drive. I don't know about other places, but I know those two places you drive on the left side of the road. But in America, you drive on the right. So it may look like we're driving on the other side of the road because of the way we have our cameras, and you see us, if you're facing us, it looks like we're driving on the left side, but we're not. It's just the way the camera is when it's facing us. But Australia and England are two places that I know of for sure that you drive on the left side of the road. So that I know for sure. Because one of the reasons why I know that England does is because we have a gig tuber, dasher named at Dashing Womble. Yeah. And he drives on the left side of the road. So you meant the other way around. Yeah. Now, Americans, we drive on the right side of the road. Yeah. It just looks that way. It looks like we drive on the left side when we have the cameras facing towards us. But we do drive on the right-hand side. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's hope we can add to the $10 here that we have right now. I mean, it's almost 12 o'clock, so, Wisconsin could be fighting to see if they, have Rutgers. I don't know. Rutgers only had $101. And right now, Wisconsin doesn't even have half of that at this point, so we'll see what happens here. Well, we got something. What do we got? Okay. All right, Penn Station. Okay, we'll take that. It's 550. Add, so.
Drive south on Graham Street, then turn right to stay on Graham Street.
Okay, but the rain is picking up a little bit. Hopefully it'll slow down by the time I get there. Just want all these real dark clouds to, to go away, and then it might be a little bit lighter and not rain so hard. But anyway, I can drive in the rain. It's not so bad, so.
Onto Circle Drive.
All right, I know exactly where we're going here. Yeah, it's starting to pick out. Now you see a little bit of lightning. Anyway, Roy's got, it's nice where he is, but not quite so much here. But we'll see. All right, guys.
Slow me, do you have more time for it to turn the sign around that says stop?
All right, here we go.
Veer left onto Circle Drive. Then, in 300 feet, turn right onto North Main Street.
I don't really have to turn right. I can just go straight. I just have to park in the lot over there by the fitness center.
11.4 miles.
Turn right onto North Main Street.
The party's over, guys. Got our incentive orders. Now they're sending down, dishing out the trash.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Drive west. Then, in 300 feet, turn right.
All right.
Turn right. Then, in 200 feet, turn left.
slow down just a little bit and
Drive
reach
east.
out there and get my
Then,
jacket.
in 200 feet, turn left onto North Main Street.
Now, I don't have to
Drive
do
west,
that.
then turn right.
I don't have to do that, and I'm not going to do that. So,
I know, but they got a hard job.
yeah,
Turn
it's...
right. Then 1143 North Morton
Yeah, I'm
Street.
just going to park right
Franklin,
here.
Indiana 46131. USA will be on the right.
All right, I'm going to reach around the corner here and grab my jacket and get ready to go get it on.
I just can't believe when that last night. Did you have trouble sleeping, Frank?
Here we go. Got my jacket here. Okay. Go ahead and slip that on while I get ready. Go pick up this order.
Sleeping last night. Kind of conked out.
All right. I will be right back.
Toward the end there, I was starting to get tired. You guys stay up late. And eventually I gotta go to sleep. So. Because I'm usually getting up really early. So. But it was fun hanging out with you when I did hang out. Exactly.
All right, here we go.
Because everybody's schedule is positive.
Oh, what a mess out there, guys. Oh, man. All right. Well, there is one thing I have here that could probably help with that because it is raining, especially if they have a porch. So, yeah. Let's see here. Put it right here. Okay, I gotta take a picture of picture of it here. It's in a plastic bag, and I think that's the best thing to do is to put it in a plastic bag when it's raining like this. All right. Okay. Take a receipt photo. Sorry it's in a Kroger bag, but you know, I'd rather it be dry. Oh, it's handed to him. Well, it'd be just as well to hand it to him like this. I want to make sure that it stays dry. Okay, where are we going here? Oh, wonderful. Yeah, it's coming down pretty good, Cassandra. It's coming down pretty good. But now I've got to take this to the court. Yeah, that's what I got to do. I got to take it to the court. On Court Street. Yeah, this is going to be a fun delivery here, guys. I just hope by the time I get there, it doesn't go too much. Wow. Smart. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure the customer will appreciate the fact that I put it in a Kroger bag. I mean, you know, a Kroger plastic bag, because I certainly don't want paper bag getting all wet, because then if the sandwich comes out, then it's, you know, it's all over the street and everything else. No, we ain't doing that. I mean, even a DoorDash hot bag isn't going to do justice for this one. It's got to be in a plastic bag. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's just got to be. You know, part of the presentation is, you know, when you have weather like this, you got to find the, yeah, and they say this is a hand it to them. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right.
Drive southeast on North Main Street. Then, in 900 feet, bear right onto roundabout.
Oh, wow. Hello there, Colleen. Welcome in. Yeah. Appreciate you being here, Colleen. I don't know if you were in Roy's live today or not. I mean, I had two. He was on twice, and, you know, on both of my live streams, I had my first one, you know, something happened to it, and I had to end it. And so I restarted it, but I had him on both times because the main thing today is to get him to his I mean, the rain seems to be slowing down a little bit, and I hope it slows down even more because I got to take this to the court. Oh, man. Yeah. Hello, Vicky. Welcome again. Yeah, we're taking this in the rain. I mean, while I was waiting for this order, it came down pretty good. Now, I'm just glad it slowed down a little bit, but I've got to hand it to me right now, and I'm going to take it to take it to the court down here at, you know, that courthouse right there. I got to take it there, so, and it's a hand it to me, so, yeah, this is, and I think you have to enter on the other side, too. I mean, it tells me to go on the east side, because that's the only way you can go. But I think you have to enter from the west side. So I would have to go all the way around. I'd make sure that you stopped there because I didn't know if you were going to run that stop sign. Because you sure looked like you were going to. All right, rain, slow down a little bit here because I got to walk up there. Yeah. And it looks like it slowed down just a little bit. So. But yeah, luckily for me, I had this, this little Kroger plastic bag here. So that, I mean, even if I had it in the, I don't want my red bag to get wet too much.
Turn left onto East
Because
Jefferson
that red
Street.
bag has seen has seen better days. So if you want to put it that way. So I think the Kroger plastic bag, I think will serve it more justice. So yeah, okay, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to go up there. Man, this is okay. Question is, they're going to be parking over here. See, a lot of times there's no parking over here too, so that makes it even harder. Okay.
Turn right onto South Water Street. Then, in 200 feet, your destination will be on the right. Drive south on East Court Street. Then turn left onto East Monroe Street.
But where is it now? Okay. This one, it's telling me it's on the left. It may not be the corner. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to park right here. All right, so it's telling me, so it's back. Huh? All right, hold on. $25. Okay. All right. Thank you, Vicky. I'll try to. I just don't want it to be raining so much to where I can't. I just got to really be careful here. All right. First of all, let me tie this up so that the rain don't get on it. So the sandwich is rain free, but thing is, I won't be. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'll try to stay as dry as I can. All right. While I was in there, it's slightly upside down, but I got a Wendy's order. It's 3 miles for $3. Terrible offer, but it is what it is. So yeah, it's an absolutely terrible offer, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So let's go get it done. Yep. Well, hello, Dave. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here, man. Thank you very much. Yeah. I just got through delivering a Penn Station that I had to put in a plastic bag because it was raining pretty hard. But now we're going to Wendy's. So we're going to pick up a $3 Wendy's offer. It's not a very good offer because it's slightly upside down. $3, 3.5 miles. But this is a contest. It's all orders accepted. So that's what we're doing. So, all right. Okay, let me see if I can fix this camera angle just a little bit here. I just wish that this would come down a little bit. There, that's a little better. All right. All right, let's go to Wendy's. Hello, Roy.
Continue for a half mile.
Yep, it's fun. It's been a lot of fun, Roy. It's okay, though, you know. Yeah, it's all right. You know, I'm basically doing this for you, Roy. Basically doing this for you. And I was telling everybody, and I'm saying it today, I want you to start May off with a bang, okay? I want you to have it through. I want Monetization Man to take the longest pause because I want him to hear 3,000 tomorrow. Because if he can, then that means you apply tomorrow, and then you get your answer on the 1st, and it'll be positive this time, and you'll start May off with a bang and be just like Tommy Lee Jones of the very first words that came out of his mouth in Batman Forever is, "Let's start this party with a bang." And that's what I want to see happen for you on the 1st. So, but right now we got to go get this. Wendy's order here. So, there we go. Yeah, while I was waiting for that Penn Station order, it rained a whole lot harder than this, and I was so glad that I was actually waiting on the order. The Penn Station here takes forever. I mean, especially at this time, when it gets around 11:30, 12 o'clock, it takes forever in there. And you're usually waiting at least 10 minutes. But it wasn't a bad offer at all. But, it was still a good offer. It's just that there was a lot of, just had to wait out the rain. But at least it wasn't ready at that time yet, though. Okay, so I got a little wet, but not as much as I thought I would get. But yeah, this is it's kind of challenging right now, and not to mention, if you go straight ahead up there, it's kind of challenging with the traffic because they're doing some kind of construction up there, and with only one lane open on US 31 here in Franklin, not good, not good. Let's just put it that way. Okay. All right, let's go to Wendy's here.
Then turn right.
Let's see. Yeah, I gotta go to Wendy's right here. All right.
Turn right. Then turn left.
I hate it. This little area here gets so puddly so fast. You gotta really. Hello, Rosebud. Welcome in. Yeah, maybe I might get a stack. Sometimes I do get a stack here at Wendy's. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Well, I guess this is good as place as any.
100 feet, 490 North Warden Street, Franklin, Indiana 461.
All right, I'm already here,
USA
so.
will be on the left.
All right, I'm definitely going to take my bag in this time because I don't want it to get wet. I already gave up my only. I gave up my only. Yeah, let's see. That's a little better. Okay. All right, Rosebud, welcome in. Appreciate it. Let me go pick up this Wendy's order, guys. I'll be right back. Boy, some of the things you wish you could get on camera, guys. Hello, Luke. Welcome in. Hey, Gray Skies, welcome in. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you all very much. Helps the channel out. You guys are doing it really well. Appreciate it. The things that you wish you could get on camera if they weren't playing music. It took so long for me to get that because the guy that was in there before me, I think he was waiting like over 20 minutes to get his order. And then finally they started bringing his order in, and then he started getting all upset and everything. And he's like, they had a bowl of chili, and he said, wait, before you put that in there, I don't think that lid's on very well. And so he goes over there, and sure enough, it wasn't. He said, I said, it's bad enough you guys are late with my order and you can't even put the lid on right. Come on now. I mean, he said other words to that effect, but I mean, everybody was just trying to be patient and not make the situation any worse than it was. But anyway, it's all done. But some of the things you wish you could get on camera. All right, so we picked that up, and okay, where are we going to? Oh yeah, all the way on the other side of town. That's nice. All right, well, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Because you have a choice to get there. You can either take the infamous real busy Jefferson Street to get there, or take the slow way bumpy ride King Street to get there. I don't like either way, but I guess if I had to choose, it would take the bumpy King Street slow way. So, oh well. Anyway, let's try to make the best of this. Let's do it. If I had patience, you'd be a doctor. Oh, Luke. I mean, like I said, the guy really wasn't trying to be mean. He was trying to be as calm as he possibly could. But he was getting a little bit irritated. But he wasn't mean and nasty when he said that. But he was like, I said, I've waited this long, to get this order. And then, he's like, if you got to be able to put the lid on all the way, because, if the lid's not on all the way and something happens, then all that's going to spill all over, and then I won't have my chili, and I won't be a very happy camper. I am not a happy camper as it is because you took so long to make my order. So, it's, some things you gotta laugh at, and some things you just gotta, like I said, I'm just happy that he wasn't really obnoxious or anything. That he handled it in a very constructive way, and that was great because he was one of those that he may have worked in that industry before. Who knows? But a lot of people would not have the patience that he had when it came to something like that. A lot of people, if you're waiting 20 minutes, yeah, if you're waiting 20 minutes to get something, and the thing is, it really wasn't that busy in there. It looked like it was, but it really wasn't, yeah, I wouldn't want to go home after taking something there and find that the chili's all over the car or all over the bag. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. No. Long time to wait, and you got deliveries to do. Yeah, but this guy was a customer in the he was a customer in the store that was doing a takeout. It wasn't a delivery. But like I said, but he'd been waiting a long time, and but it's okay, it's like, I was just happy that he wasn't obnoxious. I'm just happy that he did it in a constructive way, and wasn't being mean, because it's like, maybe somebody over there is new or something like that. But yeah, it can be frustrating when you don't get your when you don't get your order on time. It can be frustrating, especially if you have to wait a long time. And with this being lunch, there'd be a lot of impatient people around lunchtime, because you basically have like an hour, or at least most people do. But where I work, if you're out in the field, you only get 30 minutes, not an hour. So, yeah. And then if you have to wait that long, especially when, you only have 10 minutes, no, that's not going to work too well. So, some people are just mean. Well, yeah, sure they are. Okay, I did not lost my temper. I find it easily. Luke. But yeah, there's just some people that, would have totally lost it in there. But but he, I mean, you got to hats off to him. I mean, he was, he handled it very well. And, that's one of the reasons why there was no back talk or anything. It was because of the way he handled it. And, if you handle it, with constructive criticism, not being mean or, or obnoxious or anything like that, if you handle it that way, you'll get treated differently than you would if you were doing it in, to try to get retaliation. He didn't want retaliation. He just wanted to get his point across, but at the same time, do it in a way to where he would be respected instead of retaliated. Yeah. Hello, Jamie. Welcome in. Give a little honk on this rainy, lovely day. Well, when I get to a place where there's no other cars around, I think maybe I'll do that. But I don't. But, in towns like this, you can't honk. You can't do that without, people looking at you real stupid. So, but yeah, if there's nobody around, then I'll do it. But not while there's folks around. Okay. All right, here, we'll do it this way.
Drive east on East King Street for 1 mile.
All right. Make sure you're going to stop, because some people here, especially when it's wet roads, if they don't stop right away, they slide through the stop sign. But welcome in, Jamie. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate everyone who's joined today. Jamie, I don't know if you've seen him yet, but if you do me a favor today, I would like for you to check out Just Roy Delivery. Check out his channel at Just Roy Delivery. Please check his channel out today. And, he's going for 3,000 watch hours. I'm going to try to get everybody who comes to my live stream today, to please check his channel out. He's got an excellent channel. He's going for 3,000 watch hours. I'd like to see him hit it tomorrow so he can get or hit it, today, or tonight or whatever. I just want to see him get it so that when he gets the monetization report tomorrow, he'll be over 3,000. He can start May off on the right track. So please do me a favor, Jamie. I appreciate it. At Just Roy Delivery. Okay? At Just Roy Delivery. He's got a lot of videos. You can, he may even go back live today if he gets a good order. If he does, I'd like to see you there. So, but I appreciate that, Jamie. I really do. And anyone else, any of you new ones that are on here at Just Roy Delivery, please check him out today. Let's get him to that 3,000K. Let's do it. We can do it. Let's get him to that 3,000.
The second exit onto Eastview Drive.
This is a guy that has worked himself silly over the last 3.5 months to do live streams every day, because he started his whole thing over again because he tried to get monetized a couple other times, was denied for stupid reasons in my opinion. But he cleaned everything up, redid his channel, and now he should be able to get monetized because of how he cleaned it up. And I just think it's long overdue. He's worked hard. He deserves it. He really does. And if we can all come together and watch everything that he does, try to have him on while you're sleeping or whatever, whatever it takes to help him get that 3,000. When he does this report tomorrow, I want to hear monetization and thing. And then it's done. He applies, and then he gets his answer the first, the first day of the month, and he starts off on the right track. So that's what this is about today.
In 700 feet, turn right onto Traditions Court.
All right. Thank you, the Biggles.
Turn right onto Traditions Court.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you very much. Gray skies. That goes for you too. Check out Just Roy Delivery. Please do. Please do. Okay. All right.
Turn left to stay on Traditions Court.
All right, you want me to go this way?
Turn right to stay on Traditions Court.
See, that's the thing about this place here. It's the same street, but you can get...
Traditions Court.
See, it keeps telling you that. All right. Yeah, there's just a lot of it. It's the same street. I don't understand. They could have named it different streets and put different numbers on here, but...
Turn left to stay on Traditions Court. Then turn right.
Okay, so you want me to turn left right here then? Okay. I guess that's what you want me to do.
Turn right. Then Turn your destination will be on the right.
Okay, I hope you got this right. Thank you for the invitation. You're welcome, Grace.
Your destination is on the right.
Yep, it's right here in the front. All right. All right. Roy's a part of a great community, Grace, guys. You know, he's a very, and there's a lot of great channels that visit his channels. You will be very impressed with all of them who visit. All right, let's go deliver this, guys. I will be right back. Okay. Okay, I think it might have stopped raining for the moment. I hope it has. I mean, if it's light, it's okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, come on, I hit the button. All right. Even after that being a terrible offer, you know. Okay. All right. Let's go here, guys. All right. Oh, I just want to get away from this side of town. I just do not like this side of town. I want to get back over there. I just don't want to go. I don't want to go back on King Street, though, and I really don't want to go back on Jefferson either. Oh. Jefferson's too busy, and, King has too many stops and too bumpy. So. Well, I actually could just turn right up here and then go the back way towards McDonald's. I guess I could do that. I just don't want to. Oh, sorry to hear that, Grace, guys. I'm sorry to hear that. I know what it's pretty hard to lose a pet like that. I mean, I had a Shih Tzu that passed away in 2020. So yeah, it's pretty rough. I mean, they're a part of your family, and they show you all unconditional love and everything. It's pretty rough. It really is. Because I mean, your pet always looked forward to you coming home, and always look forward, you always look forward to, to being with them every day. I mean, there's nothing like, coming home to a pet that just, shows unconditional love. I mean, honestly, that's fantastic. It's hard, it really is. It's hard to lose a pet, it really is. I mean, it was pretty hard for me back in 2020. But here's the thing. Oh man, that's kind of young. Vicky, I'm sorry to hear that. That was kind of young. Yeah. I mean, my Shih Tzu kind of belonged to both my daughter and I. It was more hers. But when I had at the time that I lost my Shih Tzu, that was little Tiny, my first cat. Showed up on my doorstep and was there, just a few days. We took her in, and then, a few days later, oh my God, that's when the Shih Tzu passed. So, yeah. But I'll tell you, there's just certain things that happen in certain ways that you can't explain, but it just, you just don't know. I mean, it's sad when a pet goes at 12 years old. I mean, that my Shih Tzu was almost 16. So, I mean, there's a lot of dogs that, that are lucky to get to 16. As they say, depending on the type of breed it is, that's how you can determine what their lifespan is. I mean, I don't know how true that is. I just think it's the way you take care of them. That's what I think. I think any animal, for that matter, can last as long as possible as long as you take care of them the proper way. That's what I think. If you take care of them the proper way, give them enough exercise, make sure you feed them right, not too much, not too little, then I think, their lifespan will increase, but I mean, like I said, it's not that case all the time though, because everything is different, it just, and I think they say it depends on the type of breed it is too. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know how much truth that is. You see, one of your cats passed away at 14. Oh, sorry to hear that. May I ask what delivery apps you use? I'm DoorDash only. At least right now. I'm DoorDash only. Wanting to get on Spark, but the waiting list, well, let's just put it this way. Waiting a while. Let's just put it that way. Waiting a while. I mean, they say it's if you haven't signed up at the beginning, to get on Instacart or Spark, you might be waiting a long time. What do we got here? Okay, I guess I can go this way. All right. Okay, we're going to Chili's, guys. $7. All right.
Arvin Drive, then turn right onto Graham Street.
All right, here we go. So we'll go this way. All right, that's not bad. I mean, oh, look what we got here. Yeah. You guys are going the other way. We got some ducks that were wanting to cross the road. Now, you might want to be careful there, duck. You might get hit. They're a good idea. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it's good. If you didn't move there, duck, you'd have got hit. That wouldn't have been good. Yeah, we're not out here to hit ducks now. Ducks, geese, or anything else for that matter. You guys got to watch where you're going. All right, let's go up here and I've seen a lot of street cleaners today. I know that's not the same guy. There's like 2 or 3 out here. So you did DoorDash back in 2021 when it was good. Yeah, 2021 it was really good. You were getting order after order after order after order, and they were decent orders. Today, not so much. I just think it's so oversaturated today, and I think in order for you to get any type of orders for that matter, whether they're whether they're good orders or upside down orders, you got to be at least 95%. 95% acceptance rate to really get anything these days. I mean, I know there's many of those that would disagree with me on that. They say, well, you don't even have to be in a tier to get a lot of good orders. Well, I mean, maybe that is true for some people, depending on the market you're in, though, too. But I know the markets that I'm in, you basically do have to have that type of acceptance rate in the markets that I'm in. Because if you're not, then you're not really gonna get the kind of offers that you really need to get. Because my markets are a little bit smaller town markets. So, but I mean, if you're in a gigantic market like some of the ones that I follow, then you don't have to be on a tier to get some good orders. But in my markets, you kind of do. So, in a small town, you have to take everything. That's exactly right, Luke. You basically do. And that's one of the reasons why when I'm doing my, that's why when I was doing this, this college dash thing, which, it's about to wrap up. But when I've been doing it, I've been taking all orders accepted. And it's really, the only good thing that it's really done is keep my acceptance rate at a good spot. That's all it's really done. Other than that, it hasn't really done much of anything. So, because you get the really terrible orders. In fact, I had one, the very first order I had today. It was $11 going 14 miles. Not too many people would take that order. but it's all orders accepted because it's a contest. So I had to take it. So, but normally, if I'm not in a contest and I get an order like that, I say absolutely not. Now, in a lot of markets, you know, you can have an acceptance rate of 70% and still stay platinum. Not here. Not here. If you go 89% in the markets that I'm in, you will go to gold. In this market, you will go to gold. Yeah. Yeah. That's the way it is in these markets. Because I did that once. I went below 90% one time, and then all of a sudden, congratulations, you're gold level. You know. Well, they say congratulations, you're at gold level, when they said, sorry, sucker, you're at gold level because you decided that you wanted to do that over. That's what they should have said. Sorry, sucker. You know, hello, Anna. Welcome in.
United States will be on the left.
All right, I'm already here, so all right. Anna, while you're here, I don't know if you've done it today or not, but I'd like for you to do me a favor. I'm asking you to check out Just Roy Delivery today, at Just Roy Delivery. He's going for 3,000 watch hours, and if you would, you know, please check his channel out today. So yes, he's going to have 3,000 watch hours. I would like to see him get it tonight so that he can say that he got the 3,000 tomorrow in his monetization report. Then he can apply, and then he gets the good answer on Thursday and starting May off with a bang. All right, let's go pick up this order. I'll be right back. right, well, that took a little longer than I wanted. Yeah, they were out of something, so I had to get a hold of somebody, and I couldn't get a hold of, all they have on this. Here, take a look at this. One item. It doesn't even tell you what the item is. And yeah, they scratched a whole bunch of stuff out. I don't know what they scratched out. All right. Finally got the order. All right. When they order through the app, then it's a contactless delivery, and when you have a contactless delivery now, you can't get a hold of the person. Either the restaurant has to call them, or you have to go through support. So, since it took longer than 10 minutes for me to get that, I just thought if the customer doesn't like what happened, then I won't get dinged a bad score for it because it took longer than 10 minutes. So, because I couldn't get a hold of them, so I know I'd get a bad report, especially if there was something missing. So yeah, but that's the beauty of having that, of having that feature, to which you hit that little question mark button, and orders taking a long time, and it says that if it's more than 10 minutes, which that was, we're talking 17 minutes here. So yeah, if it's longer than that, if you're waiting longer than that, then you push that button, you won't get a bad score if the customer isn't happy about something, especially if it's a long wait time. I couldn't even let them know that the order was running late, because they tend to run late a lot in there. But since they order through the app, you can't get a hold of them. Because every time I either text or try to call, it says, we're sorry that, you cannot use this number anymore. You must contact DoorDash support. And then that takes forever. So it's almost like a lose-lose situation when you're out here anymore. It doesn't matter what you do, you're going to get dinged with something. That's just how it is. And it's unfortunate, but you got to do what you got to do. But anyway, it's over. I've got the order, and if he is not happy with it, then I just say, hey, I can't get a hold of you. You ordered through them. I can't get a hold of you because it won't allow me to. So but I will not get credit with a horrible score because it took longer than 10 minutes. It's just a shame that some places have to take that long, but it is almost the end of lunch. So, all right, let me go ahead and deliver this. Okay.
Drive east on Commerce Parkway for a half mile.
All right. That's one of the things about these contactless deliveries. Well, that's not really what it is, contactless delivery anymore. It's just they order through the merchant and not through DoorDash. So that that just makes all the difference. All right, Roy, you're back again. Hey. All right, DoorDash support fun. Yep. Yeah. Well, I hate the idea that you think it's so unnecessary to have to go through that step, because it's like, if the feature isn't on your phone, you have to contact them and say, if there's something missing, then they have to contact the customer, and then they have to tell them, hey, they're missing something, and then they have to say they want this and all that kind of thing. It's too much trouble. It just is. Way too much trouble. And it's all because they order through the merchant and not through DoorDash. Because either one of my phones, I can't get a hold of them. Either one.
Right onto Bridlewood Drive.
Yeah. If you order through the merchant, then the dasher cannot contact the customer.
In a quarter mile,
Either the merchant has to contact them or
Franklin,
DoorDash has to
Indiana,
contact them.
46131-7085. United States will be on the right.
I hope there's a place to park on the left because I can't park on the right. I don't know. It's not looking promising. At least not that far down. It's not. Hey, let's not get jumped. I know Roy's wanted to play that several times. All right. Yeah, it's a lot farther up than I thought. All right, I ain't taking it no more. Yeah. Man.
2020 Bridlewood Drive, Franklin, Indiana 46131-7085.
Contactless
United
delivery.
States is on the right.
Call customer and arrange drop-off location.
All right. All right, I'm sorry. I know it says you can't do it. I'm only going to be a minute, so I mean, I hate that idea, you know, but I'm only going to be a minute, so, you know, just going to have to bend the rules for a second. That's all. All right, I'll be right back, guys. If I can get this all in one piece, that's what's gonna. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to be shopping for a little bit. Here we go. It's an order at Mirror. Yep. I got 2 orders from Mirror. So I'll go ahead and get that real quick. All right, here we go. So we're just going to do one of these numbers. Okay. But at least I can go straight on that one street instead of having to go all the way around. But since I was close there, I'll just have to go over there. All right. So I have customer A and customer B, but, you know, it's 5 total items. So I don't know who has what. But anyway, oh, there's Cardinals. Yeah. I still remember Dashing Maverick's, video about a Cardinal knocking on his window. I wonder what that was all about. All right. well, let's go over here. Shop order. How many? 5 items for 2 orders. So it's probably somebody that's, so it's customer A and B. One person might have 3 items, the other person 2, or one person might have 4 items, the other person 1, something like that. I don't know, but it's only 5 items. That's all it says, but it's 2 separate orders. So $13 though. I mean, you know, and it's not that far. It's only 3 miles. So, I mean, even though it's 2 drops, it's okay. It's not that terrible of an order. So just have to get a cart, and that's the one thing about that place is that they have small carts to where you can keep 1 order on the top and 1 order on the bottom. So that's one of the reasons why I like shopping there, for that reason. If you have 2 customers, you can keep customer A on the top and customer B on the bottom. So that helps a lot. All right. Well, at least it lightened up a little bit, so that's good. Hopefully the rain will stay away. But probably after I shop and deliver this, that'll probably end the, that'll probably end the dash there. So we'll see what the total is after these orders are dropped. We'll see what the total is, and we'll go from there and see what they got to make tonight. I know they got a long way to hit 170, but as long as they pass Rutgers, they still got a chance. But this is item number 2 out of stock. Don't prophesy that, Roy, please. I'm in a good shopping thing right now. I don't need anything out of stock. Yeah. I finally got that, that shopping incentive to where it can be up to 30% more. I finally got that. It took a long time for me to get that, and I don't need anything out of stock. I want to keep that. Because who knows? I could get a mirror order that could be just like I did with the, I could get that and have it be, a $30 or $35 Aldi order or something like that. That's, I missed all that. Yeah, and don't even mention that now. Come on now. There's too many places that have stuff that's out of stock. At least it's not a Dollar General. At least I have a better chance of it being here than being at a Dollar General or a Walgreens or a CVS. At least I have a better chance. So hopefully they keep things more in stock here than they do those other places. So, but yeah. Yeah, everything better be in stock. Yeah, they better be. All right. Yeah, at least it's not that far up this way. All I got to do is just cross the street and I'm right there. So, yeah. 10 likes. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate all the help. It helps the channel out, Even though we're trying to get Roy his 3,000, maybe by midnight tonight, so that Monetization Man can say, hey, we did it, Yeah, I am so waiting for that. And I would love to see that happen on the 30th, so that, on the 1st, he'll get his answer, because he can apply tomorrow. That's what that's, if he says that he's got it tomorrow, he applies tomorrow right on the air. I just want to see it happen, and then starts off May, on a good note, because that's what we need to see. Because it's been a long, hard fought battle, and I think the battle has been won this time. So let's just, I want to see that puppet party. I want to see Platinum Dave doing his Travolta moves. And it'd be kind of neat. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see that puppet party. That'll be so cool. Okay, well, you say I'm arrived at the store, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm still across the street from it. So, yeah, I'm not quite there yet. So, all right. All right, guys, here we go. And I'd love to take you in there and shop with you, but they play music in here. You want to see movement instead of some, looking in the car, looking at a bunch of cars in the parking lot and cars driving around. I know that doesn't seem like fun, but, I in the places like this, and a lot of places here in Franklin, they frown upon cameras being in the stores anyway. So there's at least 2 or 3 merchants here that have said that. And I don't know if it's because, they've watched Chuck and, I don't want to get myself in that position, I don't, if Chuck had his cameras on in here, he wouldn't last here. So, and at least 2 or 3 merchants that I know of, I mean, they'd be like and say, "Hey, sir, we had no cameras here," But Chuck would be like and say, "Well, whether you have cameras, whether you allow cameras or not, cameras will be rolling." I mean, Chuck's really bold when it comes to that. He wants to film all his stuff, I mean, I can't blame him. Yeah. It's more fun when things are filmed. But here, it's now there's somebody there. I just want to be so I can go straight out. Can I do that here right next to the cart area? Yeah, I sure can. All right, yeah, I just want to do that right through the cart area so I can just go straight out because I don't like having to back up here because it's so hard to back up. All right, well, guys, I hope not to take too long here, so I'm going to go ahead and go in here. You're shopping for 2 orders. A has 2. Yeah, I was right. Order A has 2 items. Order B has 3. All right, so I'll be right back, guys. goes down here. B goes up there. All right. Customer B was real easy. They had everything they needed in one aisle. That's what customer B was. Customer A, on the other hand, had one item they needed in the front of the store and another item they needed in the back of the store. Yeah. So, there we go. All right, that's not too far. So, yeah, it's just right down the road. That's perfect. Yeah. I mean, it would have been a lot faster, but the thing is, customer A wanted one thing in the front of the store, one thing in the back of the store. Customer B, everything they needed was in one aisle. So it was fun to shop for B. A, not so much. I mean, not so much that I don't mind walking or anything, but I mean, it just takes a long time to go from one end of the store to the other end of the store. So that's what that was all about. But anyway, okay, I'm just trying to figure out who's who first, though. Okay, one of them is right down here. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out which one it is. Okay. All right. Probably, well, I'm going in that mess, aren't I? I think I probably better go this way, because I'm going to be going in that mess, and I don't want to go in all that traffic down there, so I'm just going to go this way. As they're working on the road, and it's one way, and yeah, and there's too much traffic, so I'm not going to do that. I just can't do that. Got my 11th like. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate watching today. Yeah, this is most likely going to be the last of the delivery here for for the second part. And hello there, Corey. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Appreciate you joining today. Corey, today is not only for me trying to get 300 subscribers, but more importantly, we're trying to get Roy to 3,000 watch hours, hopefully by tonight, if not no later than tomorrow night, because I want to see him get monetized. I think it's long overdue. It's time. I want to see Monetization Man just give out the biggest shout out you'd ever seen when he gets the 3,000, and then that way, he can go ahead and apply live right on the air, and we can see what happens. Yes. That's why I'm asking everyone who has visited my stream today to go and watch something of his, a video, have him on all night, do whatever it is you got to do. Let's get him. He only needs, today I think he only needed somewhere like, I think just a little over 30, just a little over 30 watch hours. I think that's all he really needed. I think it's going to take, if we can all work together today, we can get those 30 watch hours today. And that's what I'm hoping that we can do. Okay, so I think it'd be faster if I went this way. Yeah, it would be faster if I went this way. Yeah, it would be. Because then I can just go straight down. Yeah, and then I can take Oliver Avenue. That's what they call it, Oliver Avenue. So, yeah. So, all right. So, yeah, we'll just do that. Yeah, I love the way that the GPS pronounces some of these streets, Yeah, we'll just do it that way. It'd be a lot faster to go this way than having to go all the way around. You're trying to save time, not add to it. So it was bad enough that time was added during that shopping order that I had to, like I said, it was, B was so easy. One aisle, all three things they needed was in just one aisle. But customer A, man, they in the front of the store. It was really easy to find something in the front of the store, but then you have to go all the way to the back of the store, and then you had to find it in a whole bunch of stuff, where you wouldn't expect to see it. So that's what took so long. But it's for the money that it was worth it. I'm just not really the, a shopping type of person. I'm just not. But if it's going to make me money, then you got to do what we got to do. Oh, that's even wonderful. Well, it wouldn't have mattered if I went the other way or not. You still got to go through this train. Wonderful. Oh, it wasn't that much. That's good. Yeah. It wasn't that much of a train. I really didn't need to have to, be delayed. All right. Oh. Yeah, so now that we had the train, you gotta wait a long time to turn here. And everybody looks at each other at this intersection. Well, who's supposed to go next? That's the one thing about this intersection. Everybody looks at each other. Okay, who's supposed to go now? So, how is it that 3 people went that way, and didn't give anybody on the right or left a chance? I don't see how that was. I mean, it's no different than any 4-way stop here, guys. It's no different. It's still a 4-way stop anyway. You got to give everybody a chance, not 3 people wanting to, yeah. All right. Now, hold on, bus, before you turn. There we go. Yeah, I got to take this way. Because I don't want to have to go on the road and then go through the roundabout here. I'd rather take this road here and then go on the roundabout that way. Be a lot easier. So, okay. So here's the street that they call Oliver Avenue. Yeah, that's what they call it. That's what the GPS calls it. Yeah, it's Oliver Avenue here, and it's Colescott over in Shelbyville. 2 streets they cannot pronounce correctly. All right. All right, now let's see which. Hold on. Should be getting here soon. Why won't it not let me hit the directions? There we go.
Drive west on Oliver Avenue, then bear right onto roundabout.
Yep. Okay.
Turn left to stay on roundabout.
Roundabout's not a street.
In
Okay.
a quarter mile, 480 Walnut Street, Franklin, Indiana 46131. USA will be on the right.
Good, it's on the right. At least I can put my flashers on. Okay. Okay, is it before Banta? That's my question.
480 Walnut Street, Franklin, Indiana 46131.
Here, let's put it right
USA
here.
is
The
on the right.
customer requested
that
you
one's the
leave
blue
the
house.
order at their door.
All right.
Additional instructions are provided in the Dasher app.
All right. Oh, that's nice. They got a thing right here. Let's see what they tell me to do with this. Additional instructions. Okay. 3 items. Okay, so that's customer B. Okay. So it's customer B. So I'm going to have to wait till this person, gets across here before I open the door so they don't tear off my door. All right. All right, it's customer B right here in the seat. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now I got to turn on that street and go the other direction. All right. So now we're doing customer A. So that's where we're going now. So I got to turn. So I got to turn on Banta here, and then turn left on Main, and go back the other direction. To the other side of town. So yeah, this will get us to 2 o'clock, and that will end the second part of the dash, and then we'll see where Wisconsin stands at that point, see how much they need in the next 3 hours for the dash tonight. We shall see what happens. All they need to do is to get $102 to knock out Rutgers, and I think that's a good possibility that that's going to happen now. But now we just got to wait to get over here. All right. So now we go back on the roundabout again, so we can get to this place. I think I'll just go this way and take a shortcut. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll take the shortcut here and go all the way around. Instead of taking the roundabout, I can just take this little shortcut here and still get to the same place without having to go all the way around and go up Circle Drive. This is going to save me some time right here. Because otherwise I'd have to go all the way down to Circle Drive and then go up, and I'm not going to do that. This will save me a whole bunch of time doing it this way. And that's exactly what I need to do, is save time here. Lost a lot of time during the shop by having to go from one end of the store to the other. So I want to try to see if we can make up that time this way. As long as there's nobody over on that side, there isn't. Okay, just want to make sure that they turn so that I get my turn. All right. All right. Okay, which way are you going to send me? There's 2 ways to send me.
Drive north on Graham Street. Then, in 500 feet, turn right onto Arvin Drive.
Which way are you going to send me? You going to keep me straight, or are you going to have me turn left up here?
In a quarter mile, enter the roundabout and take the second exit onto Arvin Drive.
Yeah, I figured you were going to send me that way. Yeah, I figured that.
Enter the roundabout and take the second exit onto Arvin Drive.
All right.
Exit the roundabout onto Arvin Drive.
All right.
In a quarter mile, enter the roundabout and take the third exit onto Hurricane Road.
All right. Well. All right. Got a couple of you appreciate you joining. Thank you very much for joining. Helps out the channel. Those of you that, if you do not know, those of you newbies that will be on here, I need you to do me a favor tonight. I need you to check out at Just Roy Delivery. If you're one of those that visits all the time, I'm going to ask that you watch a video of his or rewatch one of the live streams so that we can help Roy get to his help him get to his 3,000 watch hours. I'd love to see Monetization Man say 3,000 tomorrow. He can apply tomorrow right on there. He can apply tomorrow right on the spot and get his answer on May the 1st and start the month off, on the right, on the right track. That's what the goal is today. That's what I want to see happen. Okay. The other goal I wanted to see happen was me getting 300 subscribers. Hello there, Eric. Welcome in, Eric. Appreciate it. I'm delivering the second part of a mirror order. This is customer A. I delivered off another one. Customer B that I just delivered, they all they wanted was 3 items, and it was all in the same aisle. This one here, customer A, they wanted something at the front of the store, and then they wanted something in the back of the store. Yeah, but yeah, Eric, we're doing what we can today to help Roy get his 3,000, hopefully tonight. So that monetization man can say that he got his 3,000, then he can apply tomorrow, and then on May the 1st, Thursday, then he can start off the month on the right track. So that's what we're here. Nice, make that money. Yeah, it could be a little better, but didn't do too bad to get it. Yeah, I hope he gets it. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. That's what my live stream's all about today, to help him try to get there. Let's see. Oh, hello, Thorson. Welcome in. This is Franklin, Indiana. That's where we are. We're in Franklin, Indiana. That's where we're at today. This is where this is the Wisconsin dash of the Final Four.
Franklin, Indiana 46131. USA will be on the right.
Okay, so it's going to be right up here. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, yeah, it's still way up here. Yeah, because it keeps going up. All right. Now, which side of the road am I supposed to park on? Because one of these you're not supposed to park on. Let's see. Is it this side? I don't see a sign on either one of them. Guess it's okay to park on both sides, I guess. Here. Oh, there it is, right there.
53 Cedar Mill Drive, Franklin, Indiana 46131.
The customer requested you leave the order at their door.
They right at the end?
They added the following instructions.
No, they're right here.
Leave at my door, leave on bench on porch.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's real easy. All right. The bench is sitting right by the door. That's a good thing. All right, I'll be right back.
The customer requested you leave the order at their door. They added the following instructions.
All right. All right. Hello, Greater City DoorDash. Yes, this is door dashing. Yes. Roads out. Yeah, they do. They are working on some roads out here. All right. I just got to make sure that had a little issue with that last time. I'm just hoping that. Okay, I guess that's what I made. All right. So let me go ahead and see what it says here. All right. Yep, I guess it is what I made. Okay. All right, so let's take a look and see what we've got for today. See, I went yesterday, so let's see what we made today. Okay, let's see. So we made 45 on the first one. So let's just say, yeah, because you're adding up the total. So 46 on the first dash, and well, let's just do it this way: 45 and 40. So that's $85 that they made. Yeah, $85 that they made in the two dashes. So, well, they certainly got their work cut out for them. In 3 hours, they'd have to make $30. They'd have to make $30 an hour, and well, let's just say that would be very hard to do. But all right, well, here's what we're going to do right now. We're going to let's go ahead and show you guys. You know, since they already did 7 hours, so if you did 7 hours and you divide that into $85, let's see, that's not really that great. I mean, you're looking at maybe $11-12 an hour. Yeah, that's about it. So in order to catch Indiana, they would have to make $65 to at least tie, or no, more than that. Yeah, they would pretty much have to. They would have to double the score. They'd have to double the score. They have to do another $85 in 3 hours. That's asking a whole lot, but you never know. You never know. You know, you could get that one Aldi order, or you could get a good pizza order, or a couple of them back to back. You never know. I've seen stranger things happen before on dashes. So, you know, I mean, when we did the Northwestern dash, that was like almost a month ago. They only had 107 to start, and they ended up making $70 during the dinner shift, and it was less than 3 hours. So anything can happen. So we'll see. Do you use that? No, Gray, I do not. DoorDash is all I use right now. That's all I use at this point. I'd like to do Spark, just, you know, waiting, you know, on a waiting list for Spark. It's been quite a while. It's really hard to get on Spark because most of these towns, except for Edinburgh didn't have, Edinburgh didn't have a Walmart. So, but everyone else has, you know, like Columbus has 2 Walmarts, but even so, is hard to get onto Spark. If you didn't get on at the very beginning, well, then you really didn't get a chance to get on at all, because it's really rough to get on Spark. So there was a guy that I worked with. His name was I don't know what he's doing now. He hasn't been dashing for a while. His name was just a dot on a map, Josh. It took him like over a year or so to get on Spark. So yeah, it takes a while. I mean, Spark is very oversaturated in a lot of areas, and especially if towns, especially this town here, if it has only one Walmart, yeah, it's going to be even tougher. Yeah. Now, it's the same thing for Instacart. Now, I was dashing. Let's see, where was it? Where was it? I think I was dashing in. I think I was dashing in Greenfield one time, and I had a long wait time for something or other. I think it was a Bob Evans order. I had to wait for a long time, and there was a dasher that was in there, and we talked for a little bit because he was waiting a long time on his order, and he told me that he tried to get on Instacart, and he said it took him 3.5 years to get on Instacart. 3.5 years. So, yeah. So, I mean, if it takes that long to get on Spark, I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's one of the reasons why, I have my W-2 that takes care of me. So, I appreciate it, Cassandra. Thank you. You have a great day too. Just don't forget to watch Roy tonight. Have him on, some point. Let's get him those watch hours. Let's have monetization, man. Let's hope that he gets, that he says 3,000 something tomorrow. That's what my 2 live streams today were all about, is helping him get there. So that's what we're going to do. I just want to see him get there. He's worked himself silly. He's worked hard, a lot of hours. He even did live streams when he didn't feel like it. And that takes a lot. Well, that's nice of you to just not wait. Just assume that I wasn't going to go that way. But oh well. But yeah, as soon as long wait time. Oh, absolutely. It is a long wait time. But 3.5 years to get on Instacart? That's a long time. That's a very long time. I mean, I don't know if I myself would want to wait 3.5 years to get on that. I've heard some good things about Instacart. I've heard some bad things about Instacart. I heard that, if you get, the orders that you get, if it's really good, it's okay. But I heard they're very strict about things. To, work for somebody if you're investigated all the time, especially if there's something that, something missing. I wouldn't like that. They said Instacart is very strict. So I don't know if I'd want to do Instacart. I mean, it sounds like you get, see Instacart is a little better than Walmart as far as orders and things are concerned. It's a lot easier to do stuff because it's more groceries than anything. Whereas Walmart, it can be anything, especially if you're doing, curbside pickup. So, you haven't heard of Instacart? Oh, there's all kinds of dashers that do Instacart. Yeah. You might go back to DoorDash on the weekends. You're trying to decide. I'm going to tell you, Grace, guys, if you're going to do that, I'm going to tell you the best time to be doing DoorDash. Sunday mornings. Sunday mornings. Sunday mornings are really good. Like I would, when I was living around the Columbus area, I would dash on Sunday mornings in Columbus. I did absolutely fantastic. And then, when I moved to Shelbyville, I started doing lives there too in DoorDash there on Sunday mornings in Shelbyville. Fantastic. I would make in one day, I would probably make as much, doing DoorDash on Sundays, about $170. So, yeah, there was one Sunday I worked where I made over $200, and that was in Franklin there. But of course, that was way back in like 2022 when it was still good. But Sunday mornings is the best, is really good if you're going to work on the weekends. Either day is basically a grab bag. You don't know what you're going to get because anybody can order at any time, But, anybody can order at any time. So, but Sunday mornings, I think, are your best, especially hang around donut shops because, there's a lot of orders you get from donut shops, or hang around McDonald's. I get a lot of McDonald's orders. At least when I was in Columbus, half of my orders were McDonald's or Starbucks. So if you have McDonald's and Starbucks, Sunday morning, definitely hang around those places, or donut shops, because that's where you'll get most of your orders. Oh, you're welcome. I said, you try it and come back and visit me and tell me how it went. Because if you have donut shops, definitely try that. But, McDonald's, if you have more than one McDonald's, go to the one that gets the most traffic. And then, of course, Starbucks too. So Sunday morning, yes. Sunday mornings are one of the best times that I do. It seems like every time I dash on a Sunday morning, I do well. Yeah. You're about 50 miles north of New York City. You used to commute. Okay. So, I'm sure with New York being as big as it is, I'm sure that you'd be able to find something there that would help you get where you need to go. And you would be able to, make some pretty good money in some of those towns up there, I would think. So, but yeah, wherever it is you go, try to find the town that has more than one McDonald's. Find where it has good donut shops like Dunkin' or a Jack's or, something really popular there. Because Dunkin' and Jack's are the most popular donut shops here in Indiana. Franklin doesn't have a Dunkin', but they do have a Jack's. Shelbyville doesn't have. Shelbyville has a doesn't have a Jack's, but they have a Dunkin'. And Greenfield, they have a Jack's, but they don't have a Dunkin'. So Columbus has 2 Dunkins and not Jack's. So that's what you can do. Yeah, that's one of the things. I've been doing this for a while and I've dashed in several different places, and if you're trying to make the best money, definitely check that out, because Sunday morning has been what I feel like the best. And if you're going to go out on Saturday, I would probably go Saturday evenings and hang around the pizza places. So what they kind of share your wisdom on here. Well, I've been doing this for a while, so I have, I've learned some things. Not every town is the same. What works for one town doesn't necessarily work for another town. You just have to explore. That's why I dash in different towns. Like for example, if just like Franklin here. There are certain days I do better there than I do anywhere else. When I was living in Columbus, my best days to work in Columbus were Friday and Sunday. My best days to work, my best Thursdays were either Shelbyville or Franklin. And, Tuesdays, basically Franklin. So, it just... and then I just worked last Friday. I worked in Greenfield, one of the best Fridays I ever had. So, yeah, you just got to, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You got to, test every place out that you can, because one day you'll do well in one town, and then you explore another town, you might do well there. So then what days are best in what area. That's how I found that out. Yeah, it depends on the day it's on. Yes, it does. Because when I was, when my 3 towns were, Franklin, Edinburgh, and Columbus, Edinburgh was never really, that great a town unless you dashed at night. And it didn't matter what night it was. If you dashed at night, you would get your orders, and a lot of the orders went to the, Camp Atterbury. There was a lot of orders that went there. So, but as far as me knowing everything, I tested all the markets out. I took one whole week and dashed in Columbus, and I found what days were good and what days weren't. Then I explored and went to Franklin, did the same thing. I found out that Tuesdays and Thursdays were my best days in Franklin when I lived there. And then, and then I dashed in Franklin on a Friday, did terrible. I went to Columbus, there's where the money was. It just depends on what city that you want to try. But like I said, when it comes to dashing, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Test different cities on certain days to see what works best for you. And that's how I found that out. I found that Thursday and Sunday, ever since I moved from Columbus, I found out that my best days, my Thursdays and Sundays, my better days were in Shelbyville than they were in Franklin. And, I haven't, let's see, did I do it? I think I did one Sunday in Greenfield. I did well in Greenfield too on that Sunday, but I haven't been to Greenfield as much as I really need to. I'm going to spend a little bit more time there, but I won't be able to do that, probably in May and June because they're doing road construction to get there. So, if I was going to get there, I'd have to go all the way around, and that's too much traveling to go all the way around instead of going straight through White Plains. Okay. Town, pick a town like on Sunday or Saturday, test it out, and then the next Sunday that you get a chance to pick another town, see how well you do. See which town you did better in, and then if you did better in one certain town, then every Sunday that you go, that's when you pick that town, and then that's where you'll make your most money. And do that on any other day. You can just take 1 week and spend it in a particular town, see how you do on each day. Just make sure that you record on paper how what you did, and then go to the next town, do the same thing for 1 week, record what you did. If you see your numbers are higher in one town, that's where you go. So it appears though DoorDash will let me resume. Well, I'll let you on if you were in good standing with them. Yeah, it's a good idea to document results for a day in town. Oh, that's what I did. You got to keep records anyway for tax purposes. You really should. Because if you keep taxes, and for some reason you're asked questions, you say, well, I made this amount of money in this town, so in case they go back and look at it, there you go. So. But yeah, that's the best way to do it. They always tell you, whatever it is you do, you got to record what it is you made on any particular day, because remember, you're doing a 1099 when you're doing DoorDash. So, if you can keep the best way that you can, you just say, okay, I dashed in White Plains on this day, for the whole week. Okay, I made this on Monday, this on Tuesday, and then you just add up your total for the whole week. Then you go to the next town, and you add up your total for that week. You see which days were the better days. And then I wouldn't just stop there. I'd try. And you see, that's why dashing. I don't want it to be just 2 towns. I want it to be, 3. Then I can look and see which of the 3 are the best for me. And then I find out, what days I'm good in what area and what days I'm not. So, now, it's not always going to be the case, because there's days that you work that, it won't be so, because it depends on the season. Summer season seems to be a little slower than most, just like January into February is a really slow time. So, sometimes it also depends on the season. So, you got to look at it that way too. So, yeah. But definitely give that a try. Just test out 2 or 3 different towns and see what you do. And then if you say, okay, well, hey, I was good on this day in White Plains, and then if I go to the next town that where there's a lot of restaurants, and I see I did well on this day and I did well on this day, then you know where not to go, and then you know where to go. Midwest, yes, Indiana. Yeah. Franklin, Indiana. That's where I dashed from today. Franklin. And say I'm heading back to Shelbyville right now. A couple of things that I got to do to get ready for my dash this evening. So, not sure if I'm going to be broadcasting tonight, because I already did 2 live streams, and they kind of I think YouTube kind of frowns at you if you do more than 2. You don't get as much views. They don't want to push it out because you're monopolizing the the airwaves, so to speak. I've heard that. So, but it's all good. I will definitely write down the results and let you know. Nice, you grew up outside Chicago. Well, hey, I was born in Chicago. So, speaking of Chicago, you should see my Northwestern dash. My Northwestern dash from 3 months ago. It has a picture of, my thumbnail has a picture of the Chicago skyline. You see the Sears Tower, John Hancock Building, and the Standard Oil Building all there, in the picture. And that was the day, like I said, that Northwestern dash, I made $70 in 2.5 hours. So, yeah, I certainly appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's all on one. You'll see all of the teams that I did. It was all the contests that I did was all the Big Ten conference teams, because I enjoy watching them play every winter. And I did a dash for every one of the Big Ten teams and made it into the Final Four, which we're doing right now. I did the Rutgers Final Four last week. I did that on Thursday. I did the Indiana Final Four Friday of last week. So I'm doing the Wisconsin Final Four this week, today, and then Sunday, this coming Sunday, because I work my W-2 the next 3 days. And then Sunday will be Minnesota's turn for the W-2, and I'm not sure where I'm going to be dashing yet, so I will announce that when the time comes, but it's not going to be in the last 3 towns that I was in. It's got to be something different, because they all have to dash in a different town. So, and then we'll have our final 2, and then the final 2 will be 12 hours in a town to be determined yet. And that's the time where I will be giving my, my $50 giveaway, because I'm going to have some fun with that. So not only am I going to be doing the giveaway, but I'm also going to be trying to see if we can help 2 particular gig tubers reach their 1,000 watch hours. So we're going to take that week and see if we can get 2 gig tubers. I'm not going to mention it to them yet, because I want to talk to them about that. Because I think that, if we can help Roy get his 3,000 watch hours, we can help these 2 get their 1,000, and we can get them monetized, because that's what this channel's all about, helping others get monetized. Because, the saying is, what you do for someone else will eventually be done with you, even if it's not right away. So this channel is about putting smiles on everyone's faces. It's about, bringing all excitement to those who really want to have it. And that's just what it is. And, there are those that criticize me for doing it, but, it's not going to stop me from doing it, because it's just what I do. And you can say that it's just not, that it's not feasible for do that. Not too many people care for you doing that for them, but you know what? It just shows that you're not appreciative to the, for those that feel that way, it shows you're not appreciative to those who are wanting to give you a hand to help you get there faster. And it's a shame there are those out there that feel that way, but everyone's different. You can't please everyone. So no matter what you do, you're not going to please everybody. So, but I think these particular gig tubers, make sure you stop now. I was going to say, if you were going to go, I was going to block you, because you're not supposed to go. Okay. But anyway, that's the way they drive in this town. People want to do rolling stops and not pay attention to who's to their right or left at a 4-way. They just want to do a rolling stop and assume you're going to stop for them. Well, that's not how it works here. You got to follow the rules like everybody else. So, but like I said, these particular gig tubers, they're very close to their 1,000, and it's time for them to hit theirs. So, but let's go ahead and go down here, and got a little stop to make. So do that real quick, and then I'll get ready to go back out tonight. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be broadcasting it tonight because, like I said, I've already been on twice, and I just think that all I really want to see tonight is everybody to visit Roy's channel and help him get his watch hours. That's really what I want to see tonight, because Roy's just worked himself really hard these last 3.5 months, going live every day, and he had to completely start over on his channel, and it really wasn't fair, but I believe that the third time's a charm, and I believe that he's cleaned up his channel enough to where they can finally say yes, and everyone who's been following him, we're all cheering him on, knowing that when he finally gets monetized, he will be able to do the channel the way he wants to do it instead of the limitations. And that's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all about. You want to be able to have fun doing what you know you can do and not have the limitations to do it. I mean, yes, there's certain things that can be frowned upon. Things, like copyrighted music. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. That's why I don't take, a lot of gig tubers will go and film things in restaurants. I don't do that because, there's a couple of them, especially in Franklin, that frown upon that. And I just don't do it because most of them play music anyway. And why go into, why go into a restaurant, or somewhere else where they're playing music and you have to mute it? Because, well, if you have to mute it, what's the point? I mean, you're just going in there and not hearing anything. I think that kind of defeats the purpose. And so, I mean, I might as well, sure, you want to see movement, but you also want to hear sound. And but when it comes to copyrighted music, we're just not going to go that route, because that's what got Roy in trouble in the first 2 times that he did it. Copyrighted music was the main culprit, and he just said, okay, well, we're not going to do copyrighted music anymore. I'm going to take away all those videos, and just put on, like redo some of those videos, but take out the copyrighted music and put in YouTube friendly music that there is no copyright with. So now there are some things you can say that you can claim fair use on, especially if there's something that some music that might have been played years ago that is no longer played, even though it might have been owned. I'm not talking about major stars. I'm talking about jingles from different things, because no matter how long, many years ago, if you're playing the music of a star, you definitely have to have permission, because if you don't, well, that's what's going to get you in trouble, and that's what got Roy in trouble and a few others. So, you found me scrolling through lives. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I certainly appreciate you joining today, and all those others who joined today. And I know that if Roy does, hit that, then I will be doing a special live at the Fountain Saturday night to celebrate, that, and because it's long overdue for Roy. So, but yeah, I'll be at my W2 the next 3 nights. So even though as much as I want to go ahead and knock out this, this competition, well, I got to work the next 3 nights and then get back at it on Sunday and see what Minnesota does. So, you might say they probably have an advantage because it is Sunday, but, you never know. And I still got to pick the town to where it's going to be. I got an idea where it is going to be, because I want it to be a place where I can do well on Sunday, because I don't want, that there's no such thing as favoritism or anything. We just got to do it how it goes. That's how it is. That's why all these dashes are all orders accepted. It isn't fair for, to turn down something, for one and not turn something down for another, because you just don't know what you're going to get. And that's why we don't do it that way. So, But anyway, this is it's been wonderful doing this. I mean, I just enjoy going out and doing lives all the time because it's fun. Everybody gets to see where you dash, and you get to visit with other gig tubers and visit their channels, and you subscribe to them, and everybody's content gets watched, and it's fun for everyone. So, and that's what this is all about. We're all about having fun. We're all about enjoying each other's company and just enjoying this. And that's what I love about this community, is the fact that we all work together. And that's what my motto is we're all in this together, because we're supposed to be. Even though you might think that we're in competition, in a sense we are. But at the same time, when everybody hits their milestones, then it's all about helping the next person get theirs. And then you have meetups, because you helped one another. That's what it's all about. That's what this channel is all about. That's what it will always be about, and it will never, ever change. Never. So, that's where we're at, guys. That's exactly where we're at. And I just know that, Roy does announce tomorrow that he has hit the 3,000. There will be a special bonus live that I will do. All right, come on, hurry up there. So, I want to make sure I get this light, okay? All right, there we go. All right. All right. Well, guys, I certainly appreciate everybody being here today. All I ask that you guys do, here now, or those that watch in the future, I'd please ask that you watch Just Roy Delivery and help him get his 3,000. I want to have that party. Okay, well, I'm about to sign off here. So until then, guys, as I always say, I will see you in the future. And remember, we're all in this together.